Okay, so what I'm doing right here is I've taken a piece of reclaimed clay, and what that means is those are dried pieces that are left over from other projects, and broken them into little pieces, then soaked them in water, and tried to bring the clay back. And I can tell that there's probably some lumps of some material in there, because usually that would be something that I would center quite a bit faster. So I'm placing it in the middle of the wheel, and I'm applying pressure on the top with my right hand and a pressure in with my left. And what I'm trying to do is basically what they call centering the clay. And for beginning ceramicists, this is one of the toughest things to do. And what I usually do as I'm centering, when I think I'm getting close, is I find that the sense of touch is pretty strong, so I just sometimes will just close my eyes and then I can feel if it's wobbling a little bit or a little off center. And I'm keeping the clay moist so that it doesn't get sticky. And right here I'm trying to find center. So I'm running my finger down, and when I feel the least amount of resistance, I'm going to put a finger into the clay and then a second finger, and then I'm going to start pulling it towards me and opening it up. It's important at this point that you want to compress the center of the clay. So I'm compressing the bottom of the piece, just running a sponge across the middle. It helps to keep it moist, and it also will keep the bottom from cracking. Of course, here I'm feeling that the clay, my wheel's a little dirty. I'm going to try and wipe up some of the excess clay. You notice that my left thumb is touching the right hand. It's one of the things that they taught you in the very beginning when you're learning clay, that always kind of keep the hands touching each other so you know where the hands are at all times. And I'm starting to do maybe my first pull up. So I'm going to pull up and then I'm going to compress the rim a little bit. I'm pulling up again for the second time. What I'm trying to do is take the clay on the bottom and bring it up on the bowl. I think if I would remember when I was doing this, there was kind of a lump on the side of the vessel, and so I've got a sponge trying to smooth out that edge. I found this tool when I was in San Diego, and it has like a half moon shape, and it's great for just kind of scraping any excess off the bottom. I just cleaned my clay studio and I came across it, and I remembered how much fun it was to use that. I'm probably discovering that there's a little bit of clay on the bottom. There's definitely room to pull it up a little bit more. Again, I'm just kind of feeling the sides, see if there's any, an air bubble. Because this isn't clay that's, I purchased at a store and wedged and put on the clay. This is something that's reclaimed, so there tends to be fragments of other pieces of clay in there. So it's a less than perfect product, but most of the pieces I make, I don't use. I usually let them dry and break them into pieces and start over again.
think my son is talking to me here, asking me questions. It's not the prettiest studio. It's in a basement, but as you can see, it's kind of a messy hobby.